Hey friends, Alaska Beard Guy here. Now some of you might be saying, hey, aren't you the Beards with Beers guy? Well, yes I am. I want to make it more individualized when I don't have other people with me, or if I'm not drinking beer. So here is Alaska Beard Guy. I am a guy, I am in Alaska. Makes sense, right? So I'm coming to you live for the first time from my new place in Homer, Alaska, the cosmic hamlet by the sea. And I'm going to be talking today about some products from Horned-Toad Beard Company. Horned-Toad Beard Company is based in Lubbock, Texas, and is owned by Quentin Height. Lubbock, Texas. I know some things about Lubbock, Texas. I've been there before. I played some gigs there as a turntablist. A couple things that really stuck out in my mind about Lubbock were, one, Buddy Holly is from there. I've got a lot of respect for Buddy Holly, an amazing artist who unfortunately passed way too soon. And they have the Buddy Holly Center there. And it's really cool. You can even stand outside and they've got this big set of the Ray-Ban style Wayfarer glasses, and you can stand to get your picture with it and everything. Really cool inside it. Great tribute. And it's also on, it's either Crickets Avenue or Crickets Lane, because the Crickets were Buddy Holly's backing band. Well, if you're in Lubbock, check it out. The other thing about Lubbock is Prairie Dog Town. That's right, Prairie Dog Town. So it's this park called McKenzie Park. You drive through and basically you're surrounded on both sides by prairie dogs. You might see them communicating with each other, barking at you, coming in and out of holes in the ground. It's definitely worth the trip. Another side note, I also experienced probably the worst hailstorm I've ever been in Lubbock, Texas. Luckily, we found a Sonic fast food drive-up place, along the lines of Buddy Holly, kind of styled after that whole 1950s style. They have outdoor parking where people bring food out to you. Luckily, we were coming up to one of those just as the hail started pouring down ferociously. So we slid in there, bam, got a place, and protected the car for another day. We did protect the car that day, but let me say, living here in Alaska now, one of the biggest hazards we have is cracked windshields. It seems like they're constantly doing construction. Here we don't use salt on the roads in winter, we use dirt and gravel. So a lot of times those rocks get kicked up, bam, crack your windshield. And the last vehicle we had, we didn't even bother fixing the windshield. We just left the crack in it the entire time. And now we have a fresh windshield on our new vehicle, and hoping that it stays that way for a long time. But it's hard to tell in Alaska. Alaska's very unpredictable with everything from weather to cracks in your windshield. The first product today I'm going to be talking about from Horned-Toad Beard Company is the Bourbon Pecan scent beard oil. They nailed the bourbon, they nailed the pecan. It's such a smooth, even blend. It's definitely noticeable to the wearer, and it has a bit of a radius, but it's not super overpowering, nothing like that, no worries there. You're gonna get about 3 to 4 hours worth of the scent out of this. And we're dealing with essential oils here, and you're dealing with jojoba, almond, grapeseed. Having lived 6 years in Texas, I've definitely had my fair share of bourbon and pecans. So this one definitely brings it home. It's got a light yellow tint to the oil. It's not too oily, not too greasy. Absorbs nicely into the skin, into the beard. Definitely a fantastic product. And to go along with that, we've got the Bourbon Pecan Beard Balm. Now the Beard Balm, it's a bit more solid than many of the other beard balms that are in the medium range. And you'll see it's got that, yellowish tint to it, and that's from the shea butter and the beeswax, which is added to the essential oils I previously mentioned. And it is a little harder, like I said, it's more solid, so it is a bit harder to get out of the tin. It does take longer to emulsify, and it does add a definite beeswax scent to what you can tell is a complementary scent to the Bourbon Pecan, but that beeswax definitely becomes predominant. So when you use that, just keep in mind that beeswax, you may find that beeswax you feel overpowers the Bourbon Pecan scent to an extent. But that being said, it has what I would consider to be a really nice medium hold. It does a great job. Again, a lot of beard balms promote that they're a medium hold, and that medium hold ranges from soft and creamy to my beard feels like I just put candle wax in it and it's hard for days. This one really is a straight up nice medium hold. And so if you don't mind the addition of the beeswax scent to that Bourbon Pecan, definitely give this one a try. It's gonna definitely help keep those flyaways in check. Next up, we've got Black Tie Beard Oil. This is a signature scent from Horned Beard Company. It's going to be one of those cologne scents. I've started to notice that with cologne scents, I like to put them in two categories, more of a modern cologne scent and a classic cologne scent. Now with the modern cologne scents, I mean more of like a new release designer cologne type scent. Then you have your classic cologne scents, which are more of like the aftershave type classic old school scents. And I'm gonna put this one into that category. If you are into the classic scents, if you love the smell of like aftershaves and those old school colognes, you're gonna want to try this one. Let me tell you about the oils that are in this. So we've got bergamot, star anise, olive blossom, guaiac wood, leather, tobacco, and tonka bean. I'm gonna go with the guaiac as being like the predominant scent from this. The other things I've smelled with guaiac have a similar characteristic to it, more of that, like I said, you know, what I would put more in that aftershave type category. I found this one to have more of a radius and more longevity than the Bourbon Pecan. Again, the oil absorbs nicely into the beard. It's not too thick, not too thin. It's right there in the middle. It doesn't leave your beard oily, doesn't leave your skin oily. You've got just a hint of that yellow tint to it, if you can see that. And it as well has a complimentary beard balm, which again, like the Bourbon Pecan, it's a bit more solid than a lot of medium beard balms. You see it there, if you can see the coloration. It's a little, you know, it's got that, you know, beeswax, that yellow beeswax shea butter coloration to it. And it's a bit harder to get out of the tin. It takes a bit longer to emulsify. And it's going to leave your beard with a light shine, but a straight up medium hold. You're going to get a nice medium hold that's going to do a pretty great job of controlling those flyaways. It's going to add more of that beeswax scent to it. So if you are a fan of the scent, make sure that you don't mind having that beeswax becoming more predominant when you apply the beard balm to it. So I will say this, if there was a way to keep that hold but balance out the scent in the beard balms, especially that bourbon pecan, if that could happen, that would probably be one of my all-time favorite combos, because again, like, the scent's incredible, the hold is fantastic, like I said, light shine to it and excellent hold. So yeah, if you don't mind the beeswax scent, these are incredible combos. Definitely check them out. So if you like what you've heard today, make sure to check out Horned Beard Company at www.hornedbeardco.com. And they don't just sell beard oils and beard balms. They also sell beard washes, tattoo balms. They sell accessories like combs and shave accessories. So definitely check them out. If you have any questions, make sure to hit up Quentin Height, the owner, and ask him any of your questions. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to help you out. I used to say cheers at the end of these videos, so I guess I need to think of something else. Until next time, adieu.